What's good? It's your girl Amani Caesar.
Smoke.
Boy, Dre, they forever, baby.
Brian Reeves, director of 70 times 7.
And it's your boy, Artist.
The girl's Asia's name. Girl named Masam.
It's Young Spook, one half the Back End Business Podcast.
Era, the Gap 2 Diva.
Big stuff.
Are you Milan? Here, Milan.
It's your girl, Flaming Gina.
This Auntie Pig.
Boy, Lou.
Ebony, aka Ebony with an I. I'm from the Big Head Radio Show, and I'm
with the King Teeth Network, huh?
For me, monumental, because it marks a moment in time where I got to see some of the first acting, but still like am in awe of who you are already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like to get here is like, well, something is doing something right.
Yeah.
So I like to take those moments because in life you don't know how many you get with those.
Right. Yeah.
And you got to understand how, for yourself, you can keep going and make it a real like life. So this is the King TV Network. We are here. Got somebody I've been wanting to interview for a very long time. That's why I'm nervous. And y'all gonna see it. It's cool because, you know, it doesn't matter how many I do, I still enjoy getting in the presence of such an amazing, talented, and creative person. So without no further ado, we have Buddy Vonn in the building. There we go, Scotty Duhani's in the building too. We're gonna be on it. I'm off his drive, but we are here. And we are live.
I'm happy to be here. Very happy to be here.
Well, thank you for coming.
Of course.
Love and BS.
Yes, Love and BS.
The single that is just going crazy.
Yeah, yep. Real blessed. It's my first single I dropped in like 4 years, and my first ever music video.
Wow.
Yes, so.
Says the leading lady.
Yes. right.
That's crazy.
Yes, first ever.
But it's beautiful. Like it's that beautiful like combination of timing. Because you look like that was not your first music video.
Yeah.
So Love and BS out now. Stream it, get it, catch it on YouTube because the video is super fire. Let's start there. The video. Kind of take us through that day of production because it looked like a big production.
Oh my gosh. So actually that day, I had like just flew out to Atlanta. I had just left the premiere of Storm Reed's movie called, I believe, Missing. And it went amazing. But it's crazy because that day I was actually like under the weather.
Really?
Yes, I was under the weather. But I pushed through. I was like, I'm not going to be drinking. I'm supposed to be drinking a lot of water. I'm supposed to be eating good. But yeah, the day, it definitely was a lot of production, but it actually went by pretty fast. I think it only took us like 4 hours to do the whole music video.
Really? And that's very short.
Yeah, that's very short. It is. It really is. It took us like no time. Yes. I think it's because we had everything planned out. Like, shout out to B Pace. He's the director, executive producer of the, he did, and he's really cool. The videographers that were there were really cool. The photographers, my team was there. I had an amazing time. Like, I was so happy. I styled myself. I was working with Snot Mob and Main Attractions. He does my hair. So it was great. I had an amazing time.
Well, I love it. So, go back a little bit when the making of the actual track. So you're a writer, songwriter, vocalist, of course. Kind of take us through that process of making this song.
So, I wrote it with my team actually a couple years ago. Yeah, so like almost 3 years ago. I think it'll be 3 years in November. It'll be 3 years. So.
Timeless.
Yes, timeless. And we always knew that we wanted to drop it, but we needed to like wait for the perfect time. Right. So it was definitely a process. I was in the studio. I believe I was at HWIC in Georgia. That's like an amazing studio.
Absolutely.
HWIC and Billboard, my favorite studios in Atlanta. But yeah, me and my team wrote the song, And at that time, I was currently in a relationship, and like it wasn't toxic, but we weren't meant for each other.
Yeah.
Like, so I felt every word in that song.
I do too. I'm not gonna lie. It hurts my
Yeah.
soul.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So it was a touchy process, but it was a good process, and as you can see, it turned out to be an amazing outcome. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Timing is everything. I mean, 3 years, but right on time, right?
Yep,
Like,
yep.
that's how crazy life is. So, in those 3 years, though, and I can't help but speak on it because I got to watch it. You became a movie star. like you went to Atlanta to kind of see a movie, but you're a movie star. Did you see yourself? I think it's almost 5 years ago now. 4 years now?
I think 4,
Almost
3
4?
or 4.
Sorry, Johnny.
Right.
But,
Right.
did you see yourself 5 years ago being a movie star? Like,
Actually, no. Because, like, when I was in high school, I went to theater school.
wow.
And I went to Chagrin Falls. It was called Excel Tech. It was like a college
I know that.
program. So I went to Chagrin Falls for performing arts and theater. And I always saw myself, like, being in the arts. But it was kind of like a surreal thing. It was kind of like a 50-50. It's like, I'm either going to do it and be successful, or I'm going to do it and not be successful.
Really?
So, yeah. So, when I was in school for that, I wasn't really in any plays. Like, I was just kind of there. I was singing. They had me singing.
Yeah.
And when I met Johnny and I auditioned for Scam Likely, I was like, oh, my God, this is my big break.
Really? So
Yeah.
you thought that this is your one?
Yes. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, if I get this part, it's amazing. And I got it, and the rest is history.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
Though. And it's crazy that, like, you said it. You know, people say that, and, like, it doesn't happen. And then, like, you manifested that.
Yeah.
So being able to manifest that kind of dream of yours so quickly at that, kind of was that your first?
That was my first ever,
that's crazy.
movie ever.
So, what was it preparation-wise to get ready for the role once you got it?
I had to not think too much, and I kind of just had to let my emotions and the words in the script connect. Because, like, usually if you're, like, acting or you're doing anything, whether you're, like, acting or singing, even when I'm in the booth, like, you have to, like, feel what you're saying. And if you don't feel what you're saying, it sounds fake. And you don't want it to sound fake. So it was definitely a process when I was there, but everybody made me feel so comfortable. I was on set. I had fun. They was feeding us. You know what I'm saying? Right.
It's legendary, the plates y'all be getting.
Yeah. So I had an amazing time. Like, I felt really comfortable. And everybody was so cool and so nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
Any pressure?
Actually, no.
Wow.
I felt like really comfortable. I didn't feel any pressure. I mean, of course, they was telling me to remember everybody to remember their lines and stuff. But no, I didn't feel any pressure. Like, I was very comfortable. I had a fun time. Like, we would go out and, like, kick it. Like, when the movie came out and all this stuff. Like, it was like a big happy family. Literally, it was amazing. I felt really comfortable.
Then the success of Scam Likely, right?
Yeah.
Take us through that time, like the movie premiere, it come out, it's actually like that.
Yeah.
People love it. Then they get on Tubi and they love it even more.
Like, oh my
take us
God.
through that a little bit.
That process was amazing because, like, so I was at the premiere with my family, my friends, and, like, you know, we were all done up. We all had, like, gowns on and makeup done and everything. And I remember the movie being over, like, you know, the end credits and everything, and we walk out, and I just remember a whole bunch of people like, oh, my God, you did so good. And I'm like, oh, my God, thank you. Like, I wasn't ready for that, but I was excited because I felt like I did what I always wanted to do. So, and, like, when the poster was there, and, like, they had our faces on the poster, I was like, oh, my God. Yeah, but that was amazing. And, like, even with Locked In, like, I love doing Locked In. We did Locked In real quick. We filmed Locked In like 3 days.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But so you go back and double up and get another leading role.
Yeah.
And New York time.
Yeah,
You know?
yes.
Like you just keep knocking them over the head. Like, how do you stay grounded?
You know, this honestly might sound crazy. Well, I'm not going to say I don't feel like I made it. It's just kind of like, I've been wanting to do this for so long. And, like, I've been wanting this for so long. It's kind of just like, it's happening. I'm kind of still absorbing it, if that makes sense. I'm kind of still getting used to it. And on top of that, I remain grounded because like it can be snatched away from you so quick. Like God can really just snatch something away from you real quick. So I don't ever take advantage or like be selfish or none of that because it can be taken away. So yeah.
All right, we got the Johnny. We got that out the way.
Yes.
That needs to be talked about.
Yes.
Y'all did some amazing and are doing some amazing work. Shout out HWIC and everything y'all are doing. Like, congrats to the team on that.
Yeah.
But these vocals, right? Been birthed.
Like,
like I gotta talk about them.
Yes,
like, you've been killing the internet forever with these vocals, but we kind of briefly spoke. You knew like at 9, before 9, that you could really sing. When did you know?
So I kind of knew I could sing when I was like 4 years old. Cause like, so my grandmother, she used to be a singer in the 60s. Her name was Shirley Vonn. Ooh. And she was signed to Columbia Records. So I got my voice from her.
Excuse us. I'll research a little bit more. Excuse us.
And when I was 4 years old, I remember me singing like Never No More by Aaliyah. That was like the first song I remember me singing. And then I would always sing, like I used to really like Kelly Clarkson and like Whitney Houston and like Bruno Mars and everything. And The Weeknd, you know, that's like my favorite artist. Ooh. But and then when I was 9 years old, I started writing. And when I was 17, that's when I like took my music serious. I'm like, you know what, like I'm really about to start recording. And shout out to Gifted Cuddle, that's like my brother. He's the one that got me into music. Because I never really thought I would like get into music and be as successful as I am right now. And more success to come, but never thought that would happen, ever.
And he did.
Yeah, he was a rapper. He doesn't rap anymore. I feel like he's just taking a little break, a little hiatus, but he's definitely going to come back. But, like he had called me one day. I don't think I just graduated high school, too. He called me. He was like, Brianna, that's my real name, Brianna. He was like, Brianna, I need you on my album. And I was like, I don't know, like, because, I mean, when I was in school, I was always singing the national anthem, like, in variety shows. Thank you.
Okay.
Shout out to Miss Caswell. That was my choir teacher.
Big facts.
Yes.
Vonn, yes, she's next. She's going
yes.
She just went, I know. She's
literally, she's going again. That was literally her. But he called me, he was like, I need you on my album. And I was like, Anthony, like, I don't know. He's like, Anthony. I'm like, I don't know. Like, but he was like, you got to be on it. You have an amazing voice. So, honestly, ever since he had me sing hooks and everything on his music, ever since then, I'm like, I might as well take this serious because I like doing it. I felt comfortable in the booth.
So first studio session, that was that?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time ever in the booth?
Yep, 2017. Mm-hmm.
And that changed everything.
Mm-hmm. It did, yep. Started a whole new journey for
me. Now you got Atlanta studios.
Right. Right.
I love it. But that's the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know right then and there that the journey had started?
No, I didn't. Because you know what's crazy? Like, right before my manager discovered me on Instagram, I was ready to, like, that's crazy. He found me from I was singing a cover of, you know that show called Pretty Little Liars?
Yes.
I was singing their theme song.
That's,
like, on TikTok.
That's the one he was like.
Yeah, and I went viral. And he was like, He was like, I like you.
I love it.
But, yeah, right before he, like, even discovered me, I was ready to, like, quit music.
Why?
It was kind of like a selfish thing. I was like, dang, like, I should have blew up already. So I was like, but I actually had talked to I was kind of like, like, what's going on?
What is really happening?
But I had to humble myself, like, for real, because I remember I was talking to my, he lives in LA now. His name is Brad Pewitt, like, literally one of my best friends. He's my engineer, and my producer, his name was Adam Stalebrick, call him Stalebrick. And I remember talking to them about it. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I feel like, you know, we should be somewhere by now. And they're just like, you know, it takes time and stuff like that. So I kind of had to remind myself, like, I can't be like that. Like, because there's a lot of people that have been making music for years and that haven't had that big moment yet. So I'm like, I got to remain humble. Like, so, yeah. Definitely was a process. But when he discovered me, I was like, maybe this is it. And look where I am now.
So you killing it. But
Thank
you are paying your dues.
Mm-hmm.
Press run, I mean press run.
Yes. I'm tired. I'm real tired. Well, it's okay. I'm real tired.
How emotionally, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, you got to go in and you give it your best. Mm-hmm. But how do you maintain the energy after the 15th one?
Oh, my God. I don't know. I really wish
I'm like 27. So,
no,
like, you got to understand. I got to breathe.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
Oh, my. I honestly, I don't know. It's really just God and my parents and my friends really, like, being on my side and helping me keep that energy. Because definitely my social battery definitely be on zero sometimes. But at the same time, like, this is my life now. You know what I'm saying? So I like it, though. Everything's been good. Like, I get a lot of love when I'm in Atlanta. I get a lot of love when I'm in Cleveland. A lot of people recognize me from the movies I'm in, or if they've heard Love and BS. So, I mean, honestly, everything's going great. Like, I don't really ever have, like, no attitude or be like, you know, like, I don't really ever be like that. Right, like, I'm done. Like, nah, I be chilling for real. Yeah.
I love it. Well, not going to keep you too long because you've done so much, and you're, like you, I just want to keep watching. Because it's the beauty of how you put it out is, like, you're ready. Mm-hmm. And that's so beautiful because so many people are so talented, and then they get their big shot and they weren't ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like us watching you take it in. It's like, man, we like, yeah, she's doing it. Like, it's amazing. So congrats to you and everything. But there's one thing that you have to do on the King TV Network before you get out of here.
Okay.
It's called Get It Off Your Chest.
Okay.
Some motivation to the next or the up and coming R&B vocalist that doesn't think she can be an artist, that doesn't think she can be an actress. Can you kind of speak to them?
Yeah. This camera right here. Oh, this one. Okay. So my advice to anybody that's coming up in the industry, I honestly feel like you have to stay open-minded. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and you have to know that for anybody else to accept you, you have to accept yourself. Because if you don't, then it's gonna be double hockey sticks for you, and I don't want it to be like that. But you just have to stay positive. Like, you can't let people tell you that you're not the best version of yourself. Keep working on it, and just stay happy, stay grounded, and stay humble, because anything can be taken away.
Anything, we out here.